What's up, ladies and gents? I'm Raj with RPS Tech, or whatever we choose to call ourselves, and today I'm giving my first day impressions with the Pebble Steel. Now, a big shout out again to my sister Didi and her child Naveen because this was their gift to me for him being born. Actually, kind of weird, just don't question it. And also Mr. and Mrs. Jay and Jessica Pearson from Pebble and the whole team at Pebble. Under the leadership of the CEO, Mr. Majakovsky, for creating such a wonderful product. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Now, for those of you who don't know what the Pebble do, the Pebble is basically a second screen phone and it gives you notifications. The Pebble Steel upgrades that in a nice body, basically stainless steel, comes with a leather band, and there's a metallic band as well for it. It's got a black and white display and a 7-day battery life because of that display, so no complaints right there. Better than the Apple Watch, which only lasts 18 hours, or the Galaxy Gear, which lasts a day or two at most. Overall, so far, I'm pretty pleased with it. I've tested it out both with an iPhone 6, right there, and an HTC Evo Shift. Now, I can honestly say that the Pebble, the Android side of using the Pebble is going to be better, obviously, just because, it has to be because Android's more open sourced. But iOS actually has some neat improvements. Now, I've used this on a non-jailbroken iPhone as well as a jailbroken iPhone. And I have to say the experience is pretty similar, so you're not going to miss out that much by not being jailbroken. But while being jailbroken, you do get some extra benefits. But first, let's go into the benefits of the Pebble Watch itself. Now, as you can see, there's no ports on this, so you have to be wondering, how do you charge this? And it's a pretty simple answer. It's a pretty cool answer. For anybody who's ever seen a MacBook Pro or MacBook Air, basically anything with Apple's MagSafe adapter, you'll already know how this works. Simply take this, it magnetically attaches, and there you go. And then, if it's plugged in, like it is now, a little LED charging light will come on to let you know it's charging. That's it. That's how simple that was. No more fumbling around for ports in the middle of the night or anything. Now, the magnets in this are also stronger than the first edition Pebble, so it's less likely to actually just come off with whatever you're doing. In fact, I was able to take the wire on it and dangle it. Now, moving on to the next big thing is that there's something else you can do besides only getting notifications on here. You can change your watch faces. Now these are some custom ones. That's a battery one that I just set as a watch face. And then this one, the one that you see in a lot of Pebbles. Now, I'm looking at the screen that you got, or the video that you guys are watching, and I have to say, in reality, the screen looks so much better than what you see in the video, so that's just something to keep in mind. Moving on, though, you can also control your music. And so this is, again, on an iPhone right now. You can control the volume and everything. I'm just going to stop that because I don't want copyright infringement claims. Now, if you're jailbroken, or if you're not, if you're on iOS, there's an app called Smartwatch Plus, but if you're jailbroken, it gives you even more features. It'll take a second to load because I have to reopen it on my phone. That's one thing that you have to make sure you're doing on any platform you're using, is make sure the apps are always open on your phone to get the full use. Hi guys, so sorry about that. My phone actually crashed. I'm running just too many apps at the same time. But let's move on, and I'm going to show you the Smartwatch Plus app, or jailbroken app. There you go. It gives you a ton more options to get past the 8-app/watch face limit that Pebble puts in. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these, but there are some pretty neat ones. So, if I just put my phone lock it first, put it right there so you guys can at least be viewing a little bit of it. And I go to the activator screen. Each button now has an ability to activate something else, but I can hold it down and get even more options. So I'm going to show you all of them. So here's the music, which first needs my fingerprint to open if I'm not on Wi-Fi. it switches to messages. Then I can invoke the camera shutter. And there you go. It works. And finally, if my hands get into, or if my phone gets into the wrong hands, maybe it's just somebody I don't like messing with it, I can lock the device. Pretty cool. You can also launch Siri. Hey Siri, how are you today?
Very well, thank you.
You're welcome. I can view my messages and reply back to them. I can see the weather. I can check my incoming calls. I can see my reminders, and I can always find my phone. Here's an example of the Find My Phone feature. So, that's just two of my favorite apps that I like to use. Music comes pre-built, Smartwatch Plus does not. Misfit works pretty well, so does Multi-Timer. So, how exactly does the Pebble Steel fare? Well, guys, I've got to say, the Pebble Steel is honestly a very great improvement to my life. First day impressions, obviously what this video started out as, I can honestly sense that my phone's battery has increased because I'm not taking it out of my pocket as much. In fact, I have a jailbreak tweak on it that my screen will never light up with notifications. Like, the notifications will still come, the sounds will still be made, but the screen won't light up. And in conjunction with the Pebble, I can honestly see a very great increase in the battery I have on my phone because I have the notifications on my watch instead. And so I'm able to see what's important, what's not so important, and choose if I want to light up my phone screen. Now, obviously, that takes a toll on the Pebble's battery, but not such a significant toll, at least not from the first 24 hours of use. So that's pretty fantastic. Um, just looking at it, I can't stop messing with it. I haven't had a chance to do a waterproof test on it. Testing things out with the leather band, which I'm not a big fan of leather bands, but you know what? I have a smartwatch now, so it doesn't really matter. Um, let's see. Um, I haven't had a chance to mess with the alarm setting yet. I'll be using that in about 2 weeks when I go to Dallas, and I don't want to wake my roommate up, but I want to wake up. So yeah, so that'll be useful. I've got an app multi-timer also for Dallas, so I can time my speeches. If you don't know why I'm going to Dallas, it's for the National Debate Tournament held in Dallas this year. And if you want to help out, please do. I'll put a link to the GoFundMe page in the description below. Let's see, what else? I mean, this is not a feature-packed device in the sense that it's got a heart rate monitor, you can draw little sketches and send your heartbeat to people, because honestly, this is a watch. I don't want my watch to do the whole sketch thing and the whole heartbeat thing. I want it to tell me the time, preferably in different ways, like this one does. Then, let me see my notifications, which this one does. On Android, you can actually reply back to notifications, or at least messages, but I have to use Smartwatch Plus to reply back, but that's okay. Lets me control my music is the next big thing. I really love my music, and this app lets me control my this device lets me control my music pretty well. In fact, I'm messing with it again. It's very responsive, works very, very well with the phone, so that's always good. So Misfit counts my steps, shows me a graph of my weekly activity, shows me how long I've been asleep today, and my sleep activity, and then it restarts. So overall, the Misfit app is also very thorough, and of course it syncs with the one that's on your phone so you can get an even more detailed read analysis. So if I go onto the phone here, open up Misfit, you'll see, ooh, what is this? Just social profile setup. You'll see that it says, first of all, my Pebble. It'll tell me that it needs to sync my Pebble, and then it shows me all this nice good stuff that you can't see because it won't focus. And will it focus? Will it not focus? Well, it won't focus. But thing is, it works with the app that's on your phone. Oh, look, you can see it like that. That's really weird. But yes, you can see it like that, and that's another really cool thing. And so, the Pebble is not something that you need to have, but it's something you should have. Whereas all the other smartwatches on the market so far are, look at me, look at me. I'm going to shift your attention from this to this. Instead, the Pebble allows me more so to, instead of pulling out my phone, or instead of just like always being on my phone, I'm spending more time doing what I need to do. Notification comes in, I see if it's important. If it's not important, I go back to doing what I did before. So that's another great thing. And that's something that I feel all smartwatches should try to do, to be honest. Like, I wish I had another smartwatch to show this off to. But if you're a person who has any sort of games on their phone, enables notifications, gets spam emails or anything, you know what I'm talking about. Your phone constantly blows up with useless notifications. And you waste your time. You think, oh, this is going to be something important. You pull it out of your pocket. That's one big thing. Press the home button, turn on the screen. Now you're wasting the phone's battery. Plus the vibrations that keep going off in the phone. So now you've wasted so much energy, and for what? Nothing. But then you see, oh, well, this may be nothing, but now I kind of want to play the game. Ooh, ooh, Angry Bird, Flappy Bird, tap, tap, tap. Here, you get a notification on your phone. It'll also vibrate on your wrist and come in. You see it? Flappy Bird? No thanks. That's it. That's how simple it is. Overall, guys, I think this Pebble Steel is really worth the money that you pay for it. A lot of people say that you don't really get the value for spending that much money, but I actually think you do. I feel that the Pebble Steel can only change the way we operate, but not really like make us do more. Real quick, this is the Misfit app that I was trying to show you guys before. This is yesterday's. Ooh, my Misfit's syncing failed. So I'll actually now get to show you how it syncs. So I'm about to sync it, but watch what it does to the Pebble's time phase as well. And it just starts the sync right there on the watch, which is really nice. Syncing has completed on the watch, and now the phone's just reading the data, so that's really cool. The Pebble is filled with small conveniences like that, and so many more. I get a notification on my wrist, and I keep harping on that, but that's because there's not much else to harp on, and that's a good thing. If I had the Apple Watch or Galaxy Gear Watch, I'd be like, ooh, I can take pictures on it, which I can do. But Galaxy Gear has a camera right there, that's stupid. But I'd be like, oh, look at me tap and swipe and tap and swipe. Oh, the touchscreen's not responsive, blah, 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 blah. Here, you have 4 tactile buttons. That's it. Buttons are very responsive. Push it, something's gonna happen. Every time, something's gonna happen. It's not like there's gonna be, oh yeah, no, did nothing happen that one time. No, unless you are just a weak person, it's gonna work properly every single time. And that's something that a lot of other smartwatches can't say it. And if they can't say it, they can't say it correctly. because what ends up happening is they're either way too simple or way too complicated. Now, there's another watch. I can't remember the name of the watch. Ooh, notification. See? Like that. Just got a text message on the watch. And it's pretty cool. But we can see that there's a way for you to actually be able to communicate better. If I'm at a party, talking to somebody, any time in the world, I feel my phone vibrate, feel my wrist vibrate. It's rude to just pull out your phone and be, oh, 1 second. I don't really care about you anymore. No, you notice it. And then you don't fall into the Angry Birds or Flappy Bird. A lot of games are modeled after birds. That's really weird. But, that you're just not as focused on those anymore, right? It's the Pebble Steel and the Pebble as a company is helping us stay as good human beings. Now, I don't know if my friend will be happy I put him in this video, but I'm about to show you how texting with Smartwatch Plus works. So, my friend just texted me on my phone, and of course it came in on my watch, and here it is. Just says simple hey. And so if I click the center button, this is going to be really helpful. If I click the center button right here, I can send a custom text response or one of the preset ones that I've already made. So I'm going to say, what's up? Got a little vibration that it's been sent, and then I'm going to show you how it is to text. And that's it. And that's it. Now I've sent him the yo as well. Now if we go to the phone aspect of things, we see that he's already gotten the messages and that he's choosing to respond to them right now. So that's a really cool added aspect of Smartwatch Plus. Overall, the Pebble Steel is definitely worth its money, and with the Pebble Steel rolling out to people who pre-ordered it, or Pebble Time rolling out to those who already ordered it, I can only see it as a better improvement. However, if you're stuck between the Pebble Time and the Pebble Steel, if you are an Android user, go get the Pebble Time Steel. That's right, Pebble Time Steel, because you need the steel part, because it just makes it look cooler. But if you're an iOS user, unless you want a color screen, which I say, if you can get 7 to 10 days battery life with the color screen, I say go for it. And that's really the only big main selling point besides the redesign. But you won't be able to access the voice messaging feature or with the microphone unless you choose to use the Gmail app, but you can't really do it with messages. So in that sense, I would say go with the Pebble Steel instead of the Pebble Time Steel. Overall, great build quality though. I give it a 10 out of 10 so far. And after this, I will do my week-long review and comparing that to this video with the first impressions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. You should also subscribe. But I'm going to leave that up to you. Please check out my GoFundMe page to get me and my partner Marquise to Dallas for nationals. Goal is $3,500. So far we only have $721, but any amount at all helps. So please help out. Thank you so much. Have a great day, and remember, potato. Other than that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope I gave you guys what you came here to find out in the first place.